everybody, this is Ryan Bethany Board Game Reviews, and I am Milo Cream. Today we're talking about My Little Scythe. I really like this game, and I think it's good for kids 7 and up. My dad's gonna teach you how to play. Bye. See you later.
All right, here is our main board setup for My Little Scythe. We've got our awesome miniature, these kind of big, nice, chibi miniature figures over here. There's going to be 2 for each team. Those are going to be your seekers. They're going to go out and do all your actions for you. Every player is going to have their own personal player board. This is kind of all the different actions that you can do on your turn. All right, so on your turn, you can do a couple of things. You're going to place your pawn to show that you're doing this action. So if you place a pawn there, that means that you are going to be moving. You can either move 2 spaces, or you can move 1 space if you're holding goods. The seek action over here is going to how you're going to populate the board with more resources. All right, so we're going to roll our dice here. Let's say we do this top one. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to choose 2 red, 1 blue, and 1 kind of that tan yellow dice there. We're going to roll them. That's going to tell us where to put our goods on the board. So for instance, what we might do, these are different colors. All the different colors on these dice represent the colors of the board itself. So it says, put one of these blue gems on the white section. And we go there. It says put a apple in yellow. Well, let's put it there. It says put an apple in the green section. Let's put it there. And then it says put one of these little quest tokens in blue. So we'll put it there. You are allowed to put it where you are if you're in one of those sections. Let's say if our person had been there, we could have put this apple right on top of ourselves and helped ourselves out that way. Also, you can give them to other people as well. Let's say we had this character on the board. We decided to drop the apple on them. We could do that, and we would actually go up on the friendship track. The friendship track is over here on the left. We'd go up 1 on that friendship track for every resources that we gave to one of our opponents. I'll explain why that's important in a little bit, but the last action over here is make. You can take one of these actions over here to turn some of your resources into other things. So for instance, we can turn 2 apples into 2 pies. Pies are over here. We can turn in 2 of these apples that we're carrying around into pies. We can turn 2 of those blue gems into these spell cards over here. Or we can turn in 1 apple and 1 gem to do an upgrade, which I'll show you that in a little bit as well. So those are different actions that you can take on your turn, but really the whole point of the game is we have these 4 trophies at the top of our board here, and we are trying to get rid of them. If we are able to accomplish 4 things at the top right of the board over here, we're going to win the game. So the first thing is to have your friendship track being all the way to level 8. You can kind of even see that little trophy up there on the 8. If you're able to increase that all the way to 8, you're going to get to put one of your trophies on that spot on the board. The next one is we can get 2 of those upgrades by using those make action over there. Now the upgrades are over here in the corner. What they do is they're going to make your own personal player board a little bit better. You're going to draw 3 of them, look at them, and choose one of them to keep. So for instance, this one's really strong. This one says you can actually move 2 spots while you're carrying goods. This one says, as one of your moves, you can move directly to an unoccupied space containing 2 or more resources. So that can be a really nice way to kind of flare on the board. This one says, move one of your seekers directly to the castle in order to from any space in order to complete a delivery. I'll explain why that's important in a little bit, but it's going to help you with your trophies as well. You put it on the player board, covering up the pre-existing version of that move action, or the make action, whichever one you choose to upgrade. The make actions similarly do similar things. They might give you a discount on resources, or maybe they give you an additional thing to make. There's all different options in order to customize your board and make it a little bit more efficient. But again, if you get 2 of those, that's worth one of those trophies. The next thing is you get a trophy if you're able to collect 3 of these spell cards. You can also get a trophy by successfully completing 2 of these quests. The quests are on the board here. So what you do is you're going to walk into them, and you're going to read off whatever it says. It's going to give you a choice usually. All right, so here it says there's a test of strength we have to do. We can win the contest. We can either pay 2 gems and gain 3 pies. That would accomplish that quest for us. Or we can run away with the prize. We gain 3 pies, but we'd lose 2 friendship. And then there's a no thanks on all these cards. They say no thanks, gain 1 pie for visiting, return this quest face down to the bottom of the quest deck. So that would mean that we did not complete that quest. However, we still get some kind of a resource just for having moved to that spot. So that's kind of the goal there. You want to get 2 of those that you are able to accomplish in order to get that trophy right there. All right, so let me get this out of here now. Now, we mentioned kind of the castle in the middle of the board there, which I covered up. So now I'm going to uncover it. That castle over in the middle, that's where we want to deliver goods to. As the game is going on, we're going to sprinkle all kinds of different resources all over the board. And as we're kind of moving, we have to take them with us. Remember, we can only take one at a time, or one movement per time if we're holding stuff. But if we can get all the way to the middle, while holding either 4 gems or 4 apples, we are going to put a trophy on that spot right in the board. There's a spot for 4 gems, and there's a spot for 4 apples. Similarly to the friendship track on the left, on the right over here, we have a pie track. If we're able to get our pies all the way to 8, you can kind of see there, again, another trophy symbol. That's going to correspond to that spot right there. Once we have 8 pies, that is worth getting 1 more trophy. The last and final way to get a trophy is to beat somebody in a pie fight. So, if you are ever in the same spot as someone, what you're able to do is you are able to battle them. Now, whoever the person who is actually doing the attacking is, they're going to lose a friendship because that's not very nice to attack someone with a pie. But then we go ahead and do our battle. So what we're going to do is we have these dials right here. We're able to spend as many pies as we have on our chart, as many as we want to. So let's say we want to spend 4 pies. But you know what? We've also accomplished one of these cards here. We can add that into our combination as well. So we're going to spend a total of 4 of our pies from our chart, plus use a card that gives us 2 more. So we're going to have 6 total. The other player, they might, do something like this, and then at the same time we're going to turn them over and reveal. We had 6, they only had 2. We won the pie fight, so we're going to get that trophy. Now, you can only accomplish each one of those trophies once, so it's not like you could fight 2 different pie fights and you get a trophy for each of them. You can fight as many times as you want, but you're only going to get 1 trophy. And same thing with pies. Let's say you get 8 pies, and then you kind of go back down, and you go back up again. It's not like you get a second trophy for having 8 pies. Each one of those squares can only give you 1 trophy. Now, at the beginning of the game, we are going to get one of these cards here, and they all give us kind of a discount. So this one says, for instance, earn the trophy on your turn by reaching 2 magic spell cards instead of 3, but you had to have had at least 1 other trophy earned in order to be able to use that. So yeah, there's just a bunch of cards here. They all give you discounts. One might say, you accomplish it when you get to 7 pies instead of the full 8. Things like that. Now, obviously, the name gives it away, but My Little Scythe has a whole lot of things in common with the game Scythe. This is kind of based off of that idea, but kind of made for families to be able to play together. So, for instance, that trophy thing will kind of feel familiar if you've played Scythe. All the stars you can place on the board. The friendship track might feel like the popularity track a little bit. And then there's also the pie track as opposed to the attacking track on that board as well. And then furthermore, you cannot place the same action twice. So if you've moved 1 turn, you cannot move on the very next turn. Now, there is special upgrades that allow you to do that, but just right out of the gate, you cannot do that. So the end of the game is going to be triggered when 1 player is able to hit 4 of those trophies. However, every player who does not have 4 trophies is going to get a chance to get 1 more turn. And if they're able to surpass that person, they are going to be the winner. If there's a tie, whoever has more friendship is going to be the winner. And if there's still a tie, whoever has the most gems and apples is the winner. And if there's still a tie, all the tied players are winners because this is a game about friendship.
I really like the pie fights about this because there's special cards that can go 2 to 5. I got 5 once, but my dad still beat me. When we played it with my sister, she got the game, but she didn't necessarily get the meaning of it.
Yeah, she did pretty good. She understood a lot of the actions. She just didn't grasp the whole how to win part of it necessarily like the way you did.
Yeah, when we played with my mom, my dad totally crushed it. Mom got 3, I got 1, he got 4. There's only 4 trophies, so that's how he won.
Yeah, but there was one time we played where you beat me. Actually, the first 2 times we ever played, you beat me 4 to 2, I think. So you're pretty good.
Okay.
Is there anything else you like about the game?
I like the animals. My favorite one is probably the tiger, since I think the tiger is related to the cheetah, which is my favorite animal.
Well, there you go. Yeah, the minis in this game are fantastic. Did you like the different component qualities and the gems and the tokens and everything?
The tiger is right here.
Or on the front of the box, too.
Oh, there he is. Oh, right here.
Yeah, the components of this game were phenomenal. They just had a really great toy quality to them. if we were any good at painting minis, we would try to paint these, but I wouldn't dare ruin them because they're that good. All right. Is there anything you didn't like about this game? It's a long pause.
I don't know.
We'll take that as a no then. All right. So you said that you recommend this for gay people who are 7 and older. Do you think the grown-ups like it too? Well, I'll give you a hint. I do like it. And this is My Little Scythe. This is, remember, a combination between My Little Ponies with the adult board game that came first called Scythe. So remember, a lot of those things that if you've played Scythe before are going to seem familiar in this game because this is just, more like a family version of the bigger game of Scythe.
Also, there's a sword that's crooked in Scythe. I thought this is supposed to be kids' version.
Well, actually what a Scythe is supposed to be is for farming, not for hurting people. But you could hurt people if you wanted to. You can hurt anyone with a pencil if you wanted to. But let's not do that. Let's just use it to write with. All right, you have anything else to say?
Please subscribe down below.
All right, you can subscribe here on YouTube. You can also find us on Facebook. We are Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews. On Twitter, we are at Ryan and Bethany1. And on Instagram, we are at Ryan and Bethany. All right, this has been our daughter. What's your name?
My Little Queen.
My Little Queen. We've been talking about My Little Scythe. All right, you guys, thanks so much, and we will see you next time.
Bye.